It is easier to attach an entity, and it is easier to take possession of a person's mind.
Does it mean that it's more difficult to influence a person if he keeps his thoughts in purity?
Yes, absolutely. When faced with various religions, it is very difficult to influence Muslims. They are in a constant connection with the egregore. They do namaz every day and read prayers on a daily basis. They are constantly under some kind of a dome, so it is very difficult to influence them. When you start impacting a person, he begins to address in a prayer. Indeed, many of them are very different from those who come to church only when everything is bad in their life. They come to pray, and then for 5 years they forget about God, some canons, and so on. Muslims, as a rule, passionately believe and passionately give energy to their egregore, and this egregore protects them very well. That's why it is very difficult to work to make any kind of influence on a true Muslim believer.
Is this some kind of a good egregore?
Well, for them, yes. This egregore is good for adepts who contribute good energy to it.
How do you sense it? For instance, you have found an energy trace of such a person. What's next? Do you try to drag him somehow to visualize this threat and you fail? Or how do you do that?
It disappears. I cannot get a grip on it. I focus on it, but something immediately knocks me out of the flow, just like that. Or I visualize a person in front of me clearly and can affect him even at a mental level, but some image is not created in my mind at all. I even look at a photo, reproduce an image, but it vanishes from my mind. Thus, I can clearly see that a person is covered with something.
Does this only work with Muslims?
It does for me.
They want to see everything push the envelope. What's trendy? What's really shocking? What's going to get the attention of people? You know, they recreated that movie, The Craft, in 2020.
Really?
They recreated the movie and they invited real witches on the set, and they had the witches before they would do a scene to cast spells and then to invite the actresses to come into this circle with them while they were releasing spell words over the viewers and over the scene. And they broadcast it and wrote articles like, isn't this amazing? We're getting real and raw with these real witches. And people are playing it in their home, and it's entertainment.
Part of the same spectrum, because even when Harry and Hermione are doing spells, those spells and the potions they make are full of filth. They are full of najis. They contain every single filthy thing, right? So, you know, blood and frogs and, you know, things that are haram, that are forbidden, you know, various plants that are basically poisonous, right? And these incantations, many of them obviously contain words of disbelief. And all of, so that from that perspective, right, this is when the shayateen, when the devils, right, will cooperate with you. They will cooperate with you and they will help you do evil things. But you first have to, like, sell your soul to the devil. And you do that by saying things of disbelief, even sacrificing children. This is not just fantasy, right? This is real stuff. When you hear about kids being kidnapped, when you hear in Nigeria and places in Africa, and it's not just in Africa, it's right here in UK, and it's not like, don't think it's just, you know, restricted to, you know, black people and voodoo. No, this stuff takes place, right? And, you know, they will sacrifice children, they will desecrate the Bible. Obviously, in Islamic countries, they will desecrate the Quran, right? And this is what they do in order to get the shayateen and the jinn to work with them and cooperate with them.
She has several lacerations on the back of the skull. One is in the occipital region back here. as you can see, the skull is totally...
do do do